Very good. Merging the call. All right. All right. Good morning, sirs. State your name, please.
Sí. Domingo Choc López.
Domingo López.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for, I'm hearing an echo. Let's see if I can figure out how to avoid that. May do. Been arrested for resisting an officer without violence and grand theft of a motor vehicle. You've also been arrested for leaving the scene of a crash with a death. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case?
Sí.
Yes.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, what's the name again?
This is Domingo Choc Lopez.
Okay. And Your Honor, for clarification, I believe that I believe that all the clients are going to be automatically appointed because of the COVID-19, the conditions.
Okay. All right. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. State, do you have, let's see, on the resisting an officer without violence, bond is set at $100. The grand theft, bond is set at $1,000. State, do you have a position on the bond of the leaving a scene of a crash with death?
We would be asking for no bond, Your Honor.
Defense?
I don't believe that leaving the scene of a crash with a death is a PBL in the state of Florida, Your Honor. So I believe he's entitled to a bond.
Sí.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see prior history.
No, Your Honor, he has no Florida history. However, he is a Guatemalan citizen, so he may be a flight risk.
So I'm going to set the bond at $20,000 on the leaving the scene of a crash with a death. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
If everybody could hold on just a moment, I'm going to see, I've got an echo on my side. I'm going to see if I can get rid of it. Can everybody hear me now?
Interpreter can hear.
Can BRC2 hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Maybe that's it. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Luis Alvarado Ruiz.
Luis Alvarado Ruiz.
Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for having no motor vehicle registration and driving without a valid driver's license. On the first charge, the bond set at $500. Second charge, bond is set at $100. Currently out on bond on a petty theft. I'll take no action on that. I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck.
Your Honor, we're not hearing the defendants' names. Would you mind repeating them?
Okay.
Who was that defendant?
Okay.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Just one moment, Your Honor.
Okay. So what he say?
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Javier Enrique Silva López.
Javier Enrique Silva López.
Mr. Silva Lopez. So you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for the charge of a battery domestic related. There is a witness present. Ma'am, do you need an interpreter?
Sí.
Mr. Interpreter, there's a witness. Are you able to do her?
Señora, ¿escucha al intérprete por los altavoces?
You put the headphone. There's a headset.
No hay.
¿No oye?
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, are you able to hear the interpreter?
¿Me escucha, señora, el intérprete?
Ah,
¿Me está escuchando?
necesito intérprete.
I need an interpreter.
Okay. I don't know that she can hear you, Mr. Interpreter.
¿Me oye, señora? ¿Me oye?
No, I don't. She's not able to hear you. Where do you want to take her to the other room? Okay. While we're waiting, I'm going to see if I can get her in a second.
Your Honor, what's the name of this defendant?
Silva Lopez. Silva Lopez. Last name.
Oh, misdemeanor. Oh, we're on misdemeanors, domestic violence right now. Oh, okay.
It's a move up for Spanish.
He was at.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, JR. We're going on the matters. How do I get rid of it?
She's in the booth, Your Honor.
When you say the screen, there's a main screen and then there's a small screen. Yeah. There's a mute button in.
take it off mute. You put it on mute. He can't hear you if you say something. You got it on mute.
I know she's in courtroom 2. Is she able to hear the interpreter?
You can't hear him if he say something. It's on mute. You put the button on mute. Until he take it off mute, we ain't gonna hear nothing.
How's that?
We can hear you now, Your Honor.
Okay.
Probando, ¿me oye, señora? ¿Me oye?
Sí, lo oigo.
I hear you now.
Good morning, ma'am. State your name, please.
Dana Mora.
Dana Mora.
All right, Ms. Herrera Mora. If Mr. Enrique Silva is released, are you in fear of him?
Señora, bueno, si el señor Enrique Silva fuese liberado, ¿usted tendría temor? ¿Sentiría temor?
No sé.
I don't know.
Do you want to have contact with him if he's released?
Si él fuese liberado, ¿usted quiere tener contacto con él?
Sí, porque tengo hijos con él.
Yes, because we have children together.
Okay. Are you in fear for your safety if he's released?
¿Usted teme por su seguridad e integridad física si acaso él estuviera suelto?
No sé.
I don't know.
Does the state have any questions?
A ver si la fiscalía tiene preguntas.
No.
I assume she said no to both. We can't hear anything.
Dijo
Yes,
que no,
that's
ambas
correct.
cosas.
No questions.
No hay preguntas.
All right, I'm going to set the bond at $500. I'm going to order that Mr. Silva Lopez have no hostile contact with Dana Mora Herrera, possess no weapons or firearms, consume no alcohol.
Va a salir bajo fianza, tendrá contacto sin hostilidad y se le prohíbe el uso de armas, drogas y alcohol.
Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Ok.
Oh, he does? Okay. I apologize. Instead of setting the bond at $500, he'll be released on pretrial release with the same conditions of no hostile contact, no alcohol, no weapons.
Perdón, en lugar de $500 de fianza va a salir bajo libertad provisional, pero con las mismas condiciones de contacto sin hostilidad, de no tener consumo de alcohol ni de drogas, ni tener armas.
Okay.
Ok.
Thank you.
Gracias.
And that's all our interpreter cases. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Your Honor. Oh, sorry, Your Honor. Should the interpreter make an announcement?
Sure.
¿Alguien más que quiere ser intérprete de español? Que levante la mano. Appears there are no takers. Huh?
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Can you still hear me in BRC2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I'm getting an echo on my side, so I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the call. I'm going to reconnect it. Hopefully, the echo will be gone. Just bear with us for just a moment.
Yeah, man, you got to get up there to the podium. When you get up
That may be the the problem.
That's not for him. His
Wait a
name is
second.
Arthur.
Let's scrap that.
Yes, that's not for him.
So I ain't supposed to be in here. No, My
I
gal.
just looked at the last name and I'm like, oh.
Shit, I be running for my gal. Shit, ain't that? Shit. Real. I'm looking at that motherfucker like, what? That's all right. Shit.
Once he said to Charlie,
Yeah. I ain't put my hand on damn woman. Never got no charge like that. Mm-hmm.
BRC2, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
What kind of courtroom that is? What kind of courtroom that is? Oh.
That was Osceola. We have to do them on the weekend
Oh.
and holidays.
I was trying to get me some money. Oh, that shit. I ain't. Trying to get it the wrong way, but shit.
I hope we sell my brother 5,000.
I hope I get a while.
Drop him
can't get it together right now.
Technical
Yeah.
issues with this stuff. Okay, here you come. There you go, Miss Dawn.
Can you hear me in BRC2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you able to hear me in BRC2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I see nodding heads. Can someone speak into the microphone so I see if I can hear you?
Bradshaw.
Okay. Everything's perfect except for this music playing over the. I don't know, and I don't know where it's coming from.
I hear music. It's like-
You have any idea where it's coming from?
Elevator music. You know, like you waiting
Mm-hmm.
on a phone call. That's what that music sounds like. Waiting. I don't know where it's coming from. First time I heard that.
Yeah, music playing in here.
It ain't no.
Wait a minute, tighten up, man.
Man, that's some good news for us.
But it happened for a reason.
Yeah, man.
Couldn't get this thing. You got technical difficulties. Yeah, so you been standing in here. Can't get this music keep playing. Something like. It sound like waiting music. You know, like when you're on a phone call, they got.
Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, he keep coming in and out. He like, you hear me? He like, you get a little music thing.
Sensible battery. Yeah, that's crazy as fuck.
Up here it comes back. You need to look in. You got tech. When you leave, ask the lady at the desk, she should check it for you. Or either when you go back downstairs, they can tell you if they dropped it or not.
Check what?
It's custody, you wanna know if they dropped it or not.
They already told him that before he came upstairs.
Oh. Went back off again.
What's that bullshit?
But what is he mentioned that everybody else ain't mentioned all that? So usually it just be the judge and that's it. You don't never see the
Cause you can make the screen divide, you can even move it so when they in there, you can see the victim too.
Oh,
It
that's the
depends
first
on
time
how-
I've seen it, everybody, the courtroom and all that. I've never
It
seen that.
depends on how you divide the screen, you can divide the screen.
I always seen just the judge, it was just like.
It depends on what they do to the screen.
Somebody please go up there and help.
Mm-hmm.
He just had it on the courtroom too. Now it's back on courtroom one, the whole courtroom. Nothing, like it's normal now, just standby. That's just a standby screen. Now that's courtroom two right there. That's us. No, that's us. Well, it's showing in here, what he can see in here.
Oh, okay.
But he got on mute.
Can't hear nothing.
For some reason, they got on mute. Where they, no
So
sound.
tell them that we can't hear them.
We
On
see
this
them,
side.
but
We see 'em,
it's
but
on
we can't
mute or something.
You sure see that little volume thing on the side yonder.
I just took it off. Got it on standby yet.
Mm-hmm.
Now he
There it
They
is.
got it on split screen. One and here. But they got it on mute. Can y'all hear?
No. He just went off again. Can't hear it. We see him,
Can't
but we can't hear it.
Huh?
Well, he might have to call them people.
Oh, and nothing. And they did whatever they did after that last guy, that was it. That last Spanish
These four
guy,
people been standing up down there 15 minutes now.
I'm about to let them sit down,
Yeah,
because I know they're tired of standing.
Tired of standing up too.
Y'all don't have a seat right there, because I know y'all tired of standing. Thank you, Brad. That boy crazy.
Yes, he is. At the bug bag.
Brian is crazy. He keep asking you the same question. Brian is crazy.
Hello?
But he got all them charges with sexual battery and all of that. Are they gonna give me a bond?
They are
I just
not
told
on
him
record right
before he
now.
came upstairs that his custody level, I ain't even step at you. But they just told
No,
him that
ma'am.
his custody level changed.
You're welcome.
Because he had Dexter, when we would take Brayden up.
Oh,
He a high medium. They just told him that. Now he come asking you the same stuff.
Now he's scared, that's why. When people do act like that, they be scared.
Is they gonna give me a bond?
Yeah, they
Well,
scared.
are you sure they're gonna give me a bond?
Scared.
Well, do you think they give me a bond? Well, what about ROR? They ain't give you no ROR with them charges you got.
That's why he asking them questions.
Well,
Why
it's a
he
shame.
saying
It's a
Did he give you a
shame.
call about what's
I
going
get
on?
these charges and I ain't did.
Oh, he trying to come back.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. They asked me to call you, so.
Oh, he went back out again.
This is also Dexter and down at VRC.
Back on.
I'm in 2 right now. He's in 1.
After that last Spanish guy, whatever they did, the thing with.
We're not hearing you. We see you, but we don't hear you.
Are you able to hear me now?
Very faintly, very faintly. Can you turn it up?
Are you able to hear me now?
Yes. We can hear you now. Can you turn it up just a little bit more?
How's that?
Better.
Can you
There
hear
we
me now?
go. We back in business. Yes,
All right,
sir.
I think we're in business.
Yes, sir. That's great.
Let's hurry up before something happens.
Yes, I know. Come on, Brad. Come on.
Okay. She came around. I don't know where she put it.
All right, Don, get ready.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Reed Bradshaw.
All right, Mr. Bradshaw, you're here for initial appearance. It's case 2020 CF 7290AO. You've been charged with grand theft. The bond is set at $2,500. Is that the only case I've got? Yeah. Okay. And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck.
All right.
Bradshaw and Arthur Lee Bradshaw.
I just saw the word. Okay. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jamal Brown.
Mr. Brown, Jamal Brown. You're here for initial appearance.
Yeah, we'll wait the reading of the charge.
Okay. All right, I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Does the state have a position on bond on Mr. Brown's count one?
Your Honor, it appears that the defendant has violent history in his past. Last Florida conviction with 2018 was domestic violence, assault with threat to violence. He also has multiple other assaults and batteries.
Okay.
We would ask that not be decided.
Okay. Defense, your position on bond?
Your Honor, as these are just allegations at the present moment, until more investigation is conducted, more substantial evidence is collected, the defense would just ask that you set a bond amount of $10,000 to $20,000 on count one, Your Honor.
All right, I'm going to set the bond on count one at $25,000. Counts 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to stay at $150 each. Order no victim contact, no possession of any weapons or firearms.
All right, so
Good luck,
it's
sir.
10% of the 25,000.
That's between. Well, that's between you and a bondsman, but typically a bondsman will charge 10% as their fee. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, is there any way they could turn the volume so we can hear the
Let's see. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Amal Jamal Douglas.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Douglas. We're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the office. Do you need those? Okay. I'm sorry. 20 CF 7318. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, with discharge with injuries, aggravated battery, great bodily harm with a firearm, use of a firearm in commission of a felony, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. You're also currently out on bond on a misdemeanor in 2020 MM 2872. I'm going to stay the bond at none on count 1. Count 2, bond is set at $10,000. Count 3, bond is set at $2,500. Count 4, bond is set at $4,000. Count 5, bond is set at $5,000. In addition, I'm going to order you have no contact with the victim. I'm going to revoke the bond that you're currently out on the misdemeanor and stay the bond at none on that. I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. Good luck, sir.
Thanks.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Jim.
Are you Vaughn Matthew, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sir, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for home invasion robbery with a firearm. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I'm going to stay the bond at none. In addition, order no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Corey Slaughter.
Mr. Slaughter, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of MDMA. I'm going to appoint the public defender. It appears you qualify for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release. All right, with the condition that you get random urinalysis.
Whatever.
All right, good luck.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll do that.
All right, good luck.
No problem.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ryan Sharp.
Mr. Sharp, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the public defender. You've been arrested for soliciting without a permit. I'm going to release you ROR on that case. You're also currently out on a conditional release for criminal mischief from beginning of the year. I'll take no action on that. All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Hector Quinones.
Mr. Quinones, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for open container. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Are we doing please? All right. Mr. Quinones, you don't have to. I'll ROR you on the charge, but if you're interested in getting the case resolved today, it's a city ordinance violation. You'd be adjudicated guilty and just be ordered to pay the court cost. That would resolve the case today. Otherwise, I'd release your ROR, and if the city charges, you'd have to come back to court another day.
R&R, sir.
Okay, all right. I'll ROR you on the case. All right, good luck.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Defendant.
All right, good morning. Your name, please?
Nevin Bradshaw.
Mr. Bradshaw, you're here for an initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery on a pregnant person, 2020 CF 7311. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Okay. State, you have a position on bond? Defense, you have a position on bond?
We're asking for a bond of about $1,500, Your Honor.
Okay. See, there's a prior domestic. I'm going to set the bond at $2,500. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in the case. that being Alyssa Ortega Caisan, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you have a shared residence and you have personal belongings that you need to get, you can go back to the residence one time, but you have to be escorted by law enforcement. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with the victim. Also, order that you possess no weapons or firearms. Good luck. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Robert Bryant, sir.
All right, Mr. Bryant, you're here for a couple of cases. It's initial appearance.
Yes, sir.
First case, 2020 CF 7257. You've been arrested for aggravated assault. It's domestic and aggravated assault with a motor vehicle. Second case, you've been arrested for is a DUI with 3 priors. I'm going to appoint the public defender in these cases to represent you. Does the state have a position on bond on the aggravated assault? Defense? All right. I'm going to set the bond on the aggravated assault domestic at I'm going to set it at $5,000. On the count 2, the aggravated assault subsidiary bond of $150. I'm going to order that you have absolutely no contact with Tamara Marie Carlson. If you have a shared residence, you can return one time with law enforcement escorting you. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have any contact with her. You're to consume no alcohol. On the third DUI, the bond set at $5,000. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Sir, my name is Jesus Ramos, sir.
Mr. Ramos, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and also battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state have a position on bond? Defense?
If the owner is unwilling to release a pretrial release, we'll ask for a bond amount of $5,000 and count to it subsidiary.
Okay. All right. The victim's not present, so I'm not going to release him on pretrial release. I'll set bond in count 1 at $5,000, count 2 at $100. Mr. Ramos, I'm going to order that you have no contact with Brianna Sanders, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you have a shared residence, you can return there one time with law enforcement to get your personal belongings. Otherwise, you're to have no contact with her whatsoever. Order that you possess no weapons or firearms, that you consume no alcohol. All right, good luck.
What was the bond again, sir?
It's $5,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2.
All right, thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could you call Mr. Ramos back up?
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Ramos, there was also a second case, a possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis and possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to stay those bonds at $1,000 on the first count and $100 on the second count. Okay, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Adriana Cabrera.
All right. We do have somebody present on Ms. Cabrera's case. Ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'm going to appoint the public defender. And who do we have present? Your name, sir? Okay, I'm going to ask you to just try to speak loudly into the microphone.
Patrick Geiger.
Thank you. Okay, can we place him under oath?
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, Mr. Geiger, if Ms. Cabrera is released on bond or some other type of release, do you have concerns for your safety?
No.
Okay. If she's released, do you want to have contact with her?
Yes.
Okay. Does the state have any questions for Mr. Geiger?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any questions for Mr. Geiger?
No, Your Honor.
All right. It looks like you qualify for pretrial release, ma'am. I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Mr. Geiger. Okay. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Emira Nielsen.
All right, Ms. Nielsen, you're here for initial appearance. There's also a witness present. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender. And can we swear in the witness?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Andrea Nielsen.
All right, Miss Andrea Nielsen, what's your relationship to Miss Mira Nielsen?
I'm her daughter.
Okay. All right, if she's released on bond or other type of release, are you concerned for your safety?
No.
Do you want to have contact with her?
Yes, sir.
Does the state have any questions of the witness?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense?
No, Your Honor. I just want to be very honest.
Okay. Well, she qualifies for pretrial release. I'll release her on pretrial release.
Would you have any objection to ROR in this case, Your Honor? It is a misdemeanor battery, and if my client's 54 years old and she has no criminal history whatsoever, I don't see any evidence that this will actually repeat in the near future.
Here's what I'll do. I'll release you ROR instead of on pretrial release with the condition you have no hostile contact with your daughter. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And that kind of goes both ways, okay? All right. All right. No hostile contact. I'll ROR you, okay? Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Bradley O'Connor.
All right, Mr. O'Connor, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. We also have a witness present. I am going to appoint the public defender. Can we swear in the witness, please?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Please state your name for the record.
James John O'Connor.
Okay, Mr. O'Connor, what's your relationship to Bradley O'Connor?
I'm his father.
Okay. All right, I see you're listed as the victim. If he's released, do you have any concerns for your safety?
No, sir.
Okay, do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right. State, do you have a position on bond?
Your Honor, I believe he was qualified for ROR.
Okay. All right, I'm going to release Bradley O'Connor on ROR with the condition that he have no hostile contact with his father and that he consume no alcohol. Okay?
Yeah.
No alcohol. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Hannah O'Neill.
All right, Miss O'Neill, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. Going to appoint the public defender. And there is a witness. Could we swear in the witness?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please state your name for the record.
Michael Roberts.
All right, Mr. Roberts, if Miss O'Neill is released, are you concerned for your safety?
No, sir. I've never been concerned for my safety. This is a big misunderstanding.
Okay. Do you want to have contact with Miss O'Neill?
I would, sir. I would like to have contact and have the charges dropped immediately if possible and released as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. Does the state, do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Does the defense have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. She qualifies for pretrial release. I'll release you on pretrial release with the condition that you have no hostile contact with Mr. Roberts. Okay. And Mr. Roberts, regarding charges, you need to contact the state attorney's office. They're the ones that make that decision. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Oh, Jacob Rivera.
Thank you, Mr. Rivera. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. We've got a witness. Will you swear the witness, please?
Mr. Ryan, do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes, ma'am. Please state your name for the record.
Ms. Hinkfoth, if Mr. Rivera is released, are you concerned for your safety?
No, sir, I'm not. I would love to have him released as soon as possible.
Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. All right. Does the state have any questions of the witness?
No questions for the witness.
Does the defense?
Oh, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. He qualifies for pretrial release. I'll release him on pretrial release with the condition that he have no hostile contact with Ms. Hinkfoth. Okay. All right. Good luck, sir.
Oh, okay.
All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Bobby Houston Bridges Jr., sir.
All right, Mr.
Bridges.
Bridges. Okay. Mr. Bridges, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia, and you're currently out on bond. Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. State, have you made a filing decision in the out on bond case?
I do not believe the decision has been made.
Okay.
Could you tell me that case?
It's 2020 CF 2215 AO.
It looks like it was filed on
It was just filed this week.
just filed.
Okay. Does the state have a position on bond?
We would be asking for the bonds to remain as set, but to request bond in
All right. Defense, do you have a position on the out on bond?
On the out on bond, I would ask that if you, since the new law isn't violent or related, I would ask that you take no action on out on bond, but if you are inclined to take action, I would ask that you revoke and set a new bond in the amount of $5,000.
What state? I mean, I could look, but maybe you can do it faster. What were the conditions of? I don't see that he actually posted a bond in that case. Was that a 33-day case, or was it just an at-large?
I have that bond was filed in this case.
Okay, it's just not, the notes aren't on this sheet. You did post a bond? Okay. All right. And in the new case, 2020 CF 7308 AO, the possession of cocaine, I'll stay that at 1,000. The paraphernalia, I'll stay at 100. I'm going to revoke the bond on the robbery and set it at none. I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender. You can file a motion and go see the judge on the robbery case about getting a bond back on that case. All right. Good luck, sir.
I didn't understand that, sir.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was speaking kind of fast. You're out on bond on a robbery. You've gotten arrested on new charges, so I'm going to revoke. You've got a bond on the new charges, but on the robbery, I'm revoking the bond. You're going to have to go back. You're going to have to go in front of the judge that's handling the robbery case and ask for a bond in that case. Okay?
I want to know why is you revoking the bond?
Because you got arrested on a new felony charge. There's probable cause to believe you committed a new felony while out on bond, so I've revoked the bond that you're out on. That's why. All right. Good luck, sir.
All right, hold up. Come on.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning, Anthony Coleman.
right, Mr. Coleman, you're here for initial appearance. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. This is case 2020 CF 7296. You've been arrested for trafficking in MDMA with a weapon, 10 grams or more, trafficking, and second count, trafficking in MDMA, carry and conceal firearm, possession of drug paraphernalia, and a fifth count, possession of MDMA. Okay. What's the state's position on bond?
Your Honor, because the weapon was used, the trafficking was no bond, however, the others were liable past that.
What's the what's the status of his? Is he on release? Is he on some type of? He's not out on bond. It mentions and it shows up on the face sheet for robbery. Is that a pending charge? It says he was released in February of 2018. Is that a conditional release from DOC?
Okay, he was on state probation. He was released up to like 2018, 2018.
Yeah.
He was released from probation.
Oh, so he's not on probation. He's not on any kind of release.
No, he's not.
Okay. All right. Do you see that he was, or either one of y'all, if you're able to, he was convicted of that charge? Convicted of a robbery with a firearm?
For the DOC charge?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he was placed in probation.
But was he convicted of it?
Yeah.
Okay. They didn't. He just wasn't charged with that. Okay. I'm gonna set the bond count one at $100,000. All remaining charges will be subsidiary. So count two will be reduced to $150. Count three will be $150. Count four will be $100, and count five will be $150. And I've appointed the public defender. All right. Good luck, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Hi, I'm Brianna Conlon.
John, endorse.
Okay. Before we handle her case, what happened to Alicia Chandler?
Chandler is medical, Your Honor.
Medical, thank you. And what happened to Torquil Coleman?
Behavior, Your Honor.
Behavior, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Ms. Conlon, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for possession of amphetamine.
Yes, sir. Is it half of the
And we-
Adderall?
Hold on. Don't. You also have it says a fugitive from justice. Is there an out-of-county warrant? We know. Is that what it is? It's out of Mississippi. Okay. It's a no-bond warrant? Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So we've got one new case, and we've got appears to be a Mississippi warrant with a no bond. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you on the possession of amphetamine. The bond set at $1,000. But even if you post a bond, all they're going to do is contact Mississippi to come get you. Okay? But I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in the case.
Okay.
All right.
if I'm not going to be able to afford my bond and next time I come back to court, will it get reduced?
Well, here's what I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You can talk to them about either scheduling a bond hearing or they can give you legal advice. I can't. Okay? All right.
Your Honor, for clarification, do you have the discretion to modify that no bond status out of Mississippi?
No.
Okay.
No. Well, no, I don't at this point. It would be, the circumstances would be as if she posted a bond, they're holding her here, they contact Mississippi doesn't come get her within a specified period of time, they don't get the warrant, then that's something that we could readdress. I could set a bond at that point, have her released, but we're not there.
Love you, Dad.
I'm sure he loves you too. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Arthur Dean Daunton.
Mr. Daunton, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for aggravated battery, great bodily harm. Okay. All right, does the, let's see. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state have a position on bond? Okay, defense, do you have a position on bond?
Defense for extra bond in the amount of anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 each gun.
I've got a copy of the affidavit. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna set the bond in the amount of $25,000. Order that you have no contact with the victim. Possess no weapons or firearms of any type. Okay. Good luck, sir.
Yep.
How you doing, sir?
Good morning. How are you, sir? Your name, please?
Clarence Dawson.
Mr. Dorson, you're here for an initial appearance. Okay, it's 20 CF 7317. You've been arrested for armed possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis, possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, carrying a concealed firearm, possession of a firearm, commission of a felony, grand theft of a firearm, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before you say anything, you got the right to remain silent. Today's not the trial. Probably you don't want to say something without at least talking to an attorney first. You don't want to unwittingly hurt your cause by saying something you probably shouldn't say. State, you have a position on bond?
Because of the weapon requesting no bond.
Defense?
Your Honor, I would ask for a bond in the amount of $1,000 and the rest of the subsidiaries. Reason being, even though he is only 20 years old, he has no juvenile history that I'm seeing. No real adult history, but there is an arrest. It is an adult record. For that fact, I'll ask for a bond about $1,000 to $1,500 in the rest of the area.
All right, I'm going to set the bond in count one at $2,500. The rest will be subsidiary bonds. $150 on count two, $150 on count three, $150 on count four, $150 on count five, and $100 on count six. In order, you possess no weapons or firearms or illegal drugs in this matter. All right. Good luck, sir. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Braxton Green, sir.
Mr. Green, you're here for initial appearance. been arrested for possession of methamphetamine and conspiracy to traffic in methamphetamine greater than 28 grams.
Yes, sir. Your Honor.
Hold on before you say anything. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. You do have the right to remain silent, so you don't want to unwittingly say something that's going to hurt your cause, or at least talk to an attorney before you say something.
I was going to let. Can I speak?
Having given you the warning, if there's something you want to say, you probably should talk to an attorney. But
Mr. Grady,
I have a written statement from the co-defendant stating.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Green. I'm just going to let you know. If you've got a written statement from a co-defendant, you need to talk to the attorney before you do anything. Okay, you shouldn't say anything at this point. Now, everything you're saying is being recorded.
Where's the attorney?
The attorney's here, but an attorney will come see you. Okay, I've reviewed the charging affidavit, and based on statements represented in the charging affidavit, I'm going to stay the bond on count 1 at $150. Count 2, I'm going to stay it at $100,000. You've been appointed the Office of the Public Defender. You can talk to them. Anything that they'll certainly be interested in. Anything you've got to say about what potentially the co-defendant. I see there's a co-defendant either said or gave to you that may assist in either getting a bond or your defense of the case.
So I can't get my bond is at $100,000 still?
Yes, sir. So you talk to the attorney. The attorney can file the appropriate motion in front of the judge that'll be handling the case. Okay. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Nathaniel Hall.
All right, Mr. Hall, you're here for initial appearance on a couple of cases, and you're currently out on bond.
No, sir. Those cases were dismissed.
So that case state is 2020 MM 1353 AO. Could you check the status on that? Hello? Yes. Yes. Okay, I see it just popped up. Okay, I'll run on it. Thank you.
Your Honor, that case is still there. It's not
Oh.
I haven't seen it.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Hall, all right, you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for fleeing or attempting to elude, and this is from the date of the incident alleged is from May the 6th of this year. I'm going to set the bond in that case at $2,500, and I'll take no action on the misdemeanor, the resisting.
Yes, sir.
And I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Thank you, sir.
Is there another? Hold on. It may be another case. Okay, I'm sorry. There is another case. All right. So you were also arrested on a separate case. This is from yesterday, where you were arrested for possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver, tampering with physical evidence, possession of more than 20 grams of cannabis, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting an officer without violence. I'm going to stay the bond in count 1 of that case at $1,000. The rest of the counts will be subsidiary.
Yes, sir.
At $150 on count 2, $150 on count 3. Counts 4 and 5 will be reduced to $100 each.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no action on this one. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Benny Ramon Hardwick Jr.
Thank you, Mr. Hardwick. You're here for initial appearance in two matters. First, you've been arrested. Appears to be an on-view violation of probation. All right, appears you're on felony probation for a 2012 case. All right. And you were arrested pursuant to a warrant for a failure to register as required. On that case, the bond is set at $1,000. On the on-view violation of probation, I'm going to stay that at none. I'll appoint the public defender in these cases. On the violation of probation, if you can talk to the attorney, they'll come see you, and if y'all decide you can file a bond motion in front of the judge that's going to be handling the violation of probation.
Judge, you can inform him upon the release for requirements.
Okay.
His address.
Okay.
Upon the release.
Okay. Also understand, Mr. Hardwick, you're required to report and give them your address when you're released, if and when you're released. Yes, sir.
I was on CRD for the probation thing.
Conditional release.
I had 4.5 months left on the CRD, and my wife, she was supposed to add me.
Hold on. That's not something I can. I kind of know where you're probably going. That's not something I can resolve right now. You probably should talk to the attorney about that, and that's probably something that they'd be interested in talking to you about regarding getting a bond.
So I'm not able to get a bond today, sir.
I'm not going to give you a bond.
I have the GPS monitor, so I've been doing the GPS monitor since I've been out. And
with the on-view violation of probation, if it's stemmed from the failure to register, it appears that you may have a defense for that. I was wondering if the court, because of that, it's not like it's a new law violation like a petty theft or a robbery, would you be inclined to actually set a bond in the violation of probation amount of maybe like $5,000? Just so you can have the possibility of buying out.
Does the state have a position on that?
Your Honor, the underlying offense for the violation of probation is a robbery with
Yeah, I'm going to state at none. You can go in front of the judge that's going to handle the violation of probation regarding a bond.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. Good luck, Mr. Hardwick. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Juan Hodge.
Mr. Hodge, you're here for initial appearance, a couple of matters. You've been arrested for inciting a riot that's pursuant to a warrant. Okay, let me review the affidavit. Okay. State, he's also out on bond in 2020 CF 1357 AO. What's the status in that case? Yes, 1357. So it's been filed on. Okay. Okay. On the inciting riots, does the state have a position on? I think he's entitled to a bond. You have a position on bond?
The current case is not a law enforcement officer. It appears that the history of violence is asking for
Defense?
Your Honor, in the inciting riots, I would ask for an ROR in this case, Your Honor. Well, maybe a bond of $1,000, looking at the past history, but with the arrest with affidavit to issue the warrant for the arrest, it seems to stem from a post on social media and not something like he was standing in the crowd verbally inciting riots, Your Honor. Just until our office is able to look further into this matter, I would ask for a bond of $1,000. And if this is stemming from the whole protest that has been going on lately, I would ask that you take no action on the out of bond charges.
Okay. All right, on the inciting riots, I'm going to set the bond at $1,000. On the felony that you're currently out on bond on, the battery on the law enforcement officer resisting without, I'm going to revoke that bond and set that bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender in both cases, and you can talk to your attorney about getting a bond back on the case that you were out on bond on. Okay. Good luck, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Wendy Howard.
Ms. Howard, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trafficking in GHB and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. And appoint the public defender to represent you. The bonds, I'm going to stay the bond at $100,000 on count 1, $150,000 on count 2. You're currently out on bond. And 2019 CF 9018AO. What's the status of that case, State? 9018AO. It's pending. Okay. All right, then I'm going to revoke that bond and set that bond at none. I'll appoint the public. Well, she already has an attorney in that case, but I'll appoint the public defender in the new case. All right. Good luck, ma'am. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please.
Reginald Montre Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're here for initial appearance. Okay, you've been arrested for a petty theft with 2 prior convictions. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay, in that case, the bond is set at $1,000. You're currently out on bond in 3 matters. 2 are appears to be Orange County driving cases. I'll take no action on those. The 3rd case is an Osceola grand theft, and I'm going to. Looks like that's been set for arraignment. That's for grand theft. I'm going to revoke the bond on the Osceola County case. That's 2020 CF 866 out of Osceola, and I'll set that bond at none. Appoint the public defender. All right. Good luck, sir. Morning, sir. Your name, please?
Andre Jasper.
Mr. Jasper, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a capias for failing to appear for a status hearing a couple of years ago. Charges are domestic battery by strangulation in violation of a pretrial release condition. Bonds are set at none. I'll leave them at none. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
William Mahone, sir.
Mr. Mahone, you're here for initial appearance on a couple of matters. First is you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant. Burglary of an occupied dwelling, aggravated stalking after an injunction, criminal mischief, and violation of a domestic injunction. Okay. I'll appoint the public defender. You're currently out on bond last month on possession of fentanyl and methamphetamine. And then we've got another, a 3rd case where you were arrested pursuant to a warrant in 2020 CF 6586 for armed burglary of a dwelling with a firearm, false imprisonment, tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, violation of a domestic injunction, and criminal mischief. Okay. Does the state have a position on bonds? Does the defense have a position on bonds?
You're on that armed burglary use as until all allegations until further investigation was conducted, more substantial evidence obtained. We will ask for a bond amount of $100,000 on count 1 and a possible revoke of the out bond charge and to set a new bond amount of $10,000 on the out bond charge.
Okay, in 2020 CF 7114, I believe is the burglary of an occupied dwelling? I think that's a PBL.
No, the burglary of a dwelling is only PBL, I believe, when it's a battery. So I know the armed burglary.
The occupied doesn't make it a.
I don't believe so.
I think that makes it an F1. It may not be a PBL. Okay.
I think on PBL is the armed burglary of the dwelling.
Okay, so in 2020 CF 7114AO, the burglary of an occupied dwelling, I'm going to set that bond at $50,000. Aggravated stalking after an injunction, that'll be subsidiary at 150. Criminal mischief subsidiary at 100, and violation of a domestic injunction, it'll be set at 100, with the condition that you have absolutely no contact with the victim, that you not return to the scene, that you possess no weapons or firearms. Okay. In 2020 CF 6586AO, the armed burglary of a dwelling with a firearm, I'm going to stay that bond at none. I'll stay all the bonds at none. In that case, you'll have to go in front of a judge to have a bond motion, and the 20 CF 5696 out on bond, I'm going to revoke that bond that you're out on and set that bond at none. Okay, no contact with the victim. I believe it's the same victim in both cases. Possess no weapons or firearms. And I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. Good luck. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Kevin Mann.
Mr. Mann, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for burglary of a conveyance and petty theft. I'll appoint the public defender. Bond is set at $3,500 on the burglary of a conveyance, and I'll reduce count 2 to $100 as subsidiary. Good luck, sir. Appoint the public defender. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Mandela.
Mr. Mandela, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for trafficking of methamphetamines greater than 28 grams of the weapon and possession of a firearm or ammo by a convicted felon. I'll appoint the public defender. State you have a position on bond. Okay, defense.
Your Honor, I believe that this statute was intended, we look at legislative intent, was to prosecute like drug dealers or large wholesale distributors of cocaine and various drugs of that nature. I believe in this case, this was more of a possession of a, for personal consumption. I'm reading the arrest affidavit. So I would ask you not to hold it in no bond and possibly entertaining a bond amount of $100,000, Your Honor.
Set the co-defendant's bond was set at $100,000, so I'll set his bond on count 1 at $100,000 on count 1. It'll be stayed at $150 on count 2. Order no contact with the co-defendant, possession of firearms. Good luck, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Hello, sir. My name is Hollins Mills.
Mr. Mills, you're here for initial appearance. And you've been arrested pursuant to a warrant charging using electronic communications to enhance a criminal gang. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. State you have a position on bond.
There are used to have very minimal history. It would be okay with whatever bond you would choose.
All right, defense?
All right, so I'll ask for $1,500 bond, Your Honor.
All right, I'll set the bond at $1,500. All right, good luck.
Thanks, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
My name is Javier Rodriguez.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Bond has previously been set at $3,500. I'm going to order you have no contact with the victim. You possess no weapons or firearms.
No, I don't have that.
Okay. Now, before you leave, Mr. Rodriguez, I'm going to order you have no contact with the victim and that you maintain a separate residence. If you need to go back to the previously shared residence, you can go back one time to get your personal belongings, but you have to be escorted by law enforcement. So you contact the sheriff's office, or if this is in Apopka, if it's the city, you contact the Apopka police to accompany you to the property to get your personal belongings. You're not to go back there alone. You're not to have contact with the victim. Okay. Okay. Good luck, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Roosevelt.
Okay, Mr. Hemphill Roosevelt, you're here for initial appearance. Several matters going on. Okay. Okay, you're out on bond or ROR, but some bond, some ROR on multiple cases.
Your Honor, can I be heard for one quick second before we start?
Yes, sir.
I believe this was one of my clients in misdemeanor and in county court, and I believe he previously been found incompetent to proceed.
Okay. You gotta give me a little more to go on that you think.
Let me.
Okay. I'll give you a few minutes.
Your Honor, I checked our system and I have no history of competence. It's only these cases that.
Well, he's currently out on bond, ROR and or bond on multiple cases.
It was first prompted on 2018 CL 016970.
Yeah, that's one of the out on bonds.
And the other one is 2020 CL 000972.
Yeah, first was I was just asked that he be released on mental health pretrial release.
I don't know. Would he qualify for mental health pretrial release? Do we know?
He didn't qualify due to being out on use charges.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all these cases. On the, so I'll take no action on the out on bonds. On the, in 2020 CF 7307 AO, the burglary of a structure, I'm going to reduce the bond on count 1 to $2,500. Count 2 will be stayed at $150. Count 3 will be stayed at $100. In 2020 CF 7306 grand theft motor vehicle, I'm going to stay that bond at $1,000. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Okay. Good luck, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please?
Christina Santabrino.
All right, ma'am, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for home invasion robbery with a firearm. I'm going to appoint the public defender. I'm going to stay the bond at none. Yes, sir.
I would ask you to reconsider the bond and maybe possibly set the bond in a matter of anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000. It seems that even though the facts are serious in nature, but until further investigation is conducted and more substantive evidence is gathered, it seems that my client has zero criminal history. I would ask for, because in light of her criminal history, to set a bond in the case of anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000 to allow Ms. Senator Barino to have the possibility of flying out jail.
Okay. I'm going to state it none. You can. I've appointed an attorney to represent you, ma'am. You can ask the judge that this case gets assigned to, set a bond, that those issues can be fleshed out in a bond motion. Okay. So the bond stayed at none. All right, good luck. All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Kyle Wallach.
Good afternoon, I'm sorry. Mr. Wallach, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for trafficking in fentanyl, 4 grams or more. Okay. I'm going to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Okay. The bonds on the warrant were set at $50,000 on count 1. Count 2, I'll reduce to $150.
John, have you heard of the bond?
Yes, sir.
It appears to my physical appearance of my client is criminal history, and the facts of the case that the possession of the contraband in this case was probably for personal consumption. And like I stated earlier, I believe that these statutes were meant to prosecute drug dealers and large-scale wholesalers of narcotics. Your Honor, I would ask for a bond reduction in the amount of $5,000. Your Honor. I mean, he has no felony convictions. There's no failure to appear to be a flight risk. He has no violent arrest or criminal history. I believe that in this case, it is a personal consumption. And downtown, he may even get his charges reduced.
State, do you have a position?
Your Honor, I don't have a copy of the warrant. It is up here in our system for me to actually read.
Okay.
What you call for this warrant, we would be expecting the reduction in cost at this time.
Okay. Given the lack of history, I'll reduce it from $50,000 to $25,000. And count 2 would be $150. Okay. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Swan Anthony Hodge.
Mr. Hodge, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a charge of driving with a suspended license. And resisting an officer without violence. All right, those bonds are set at $500 each. You're also currently out on bond for a no valid driver's license and resisting an officer, or maybe out on ROR and a bond. I'm going to revoke both of those, and I'm going to set new bonds on each one of those cases. Actually, it looks like they've been consolidated in 2020 MM 115AA. I'll revoke those bonds and set new bonds at $500 each on those charges. I'll appoint the public defender. Okay? Good luck. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Bertice Taylor.
Let's see. Here. Spencer Howard. What happened to Spencer Howard?
Spencer, who you got him?
Last name Howard, first name Howard Spencer McFarland.
He wasn't on our docket, Your Honor.
He probably bonded.
What's the number?
It's let's see. I'm looking for. Oh, I'm sorry. 200-13692. McFarland bonded. Cornelius Brodus.
He's mental health, Your Honor.
Mental health, thank you. And then Samuel Palat.
He refused, Your Honor.
Refused.
Your Honor, if he refuses, I'll go ahead and waive his appearance.
Okay, on Mr. Palat, I'm going to appoint the public defender, waived initial appearance, stay the bond at $250. Okay, Ms. Taylor.
Yes, sir.
You're here for initial appearance. We're here on a couple of matters. You've been arrested on new charges of trespass on property after warning and criminal mischief.
Yes, sir.
Full misdemeanors. You're out on ROR.
Yes, sir.
From last month for the same charges in 2020 MM 3719AO. You were ROR'd on that.
Yes, sir.
You're out on ROR on an arson charge and trespass, and you're out on ROR on another criminal mischief and trespass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. State has. Got to think there's something. Okay.
Can I inquire from pretrial services and she will qualify for mental health pretrial release? Or at least screen.
Your Honor, it appears that all the same addresses and all the same property.
Okay. Has the state filed on any of those other cases?
At this time, no, all three cases are in, but there is no question.
Okay. All right. So on the I'll take no action on the out-on bonds. It doesn't appear any charges have been filed at this point. On this case, the bond set at $500 on count one, $100 on count two. All right. Ma'am, understand? I'm going to order that you not return to 1332 18th Street.
Yes, sir.
If you go back, expect to get rearrested, and then if you come back here to jail, don't expect to get a bond.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right. All right. Good luck. I'll appoint the public defender in all cases. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Marc Davis.
Mr. Davis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Seminole County warrant for failing to appear. The bond's set at none. They'll notify Seminole County that you're here. They'll come get you within 24 hours, but the weekends don't count, so it'll be at least 24 hours starting Monday. Okay, but Seminole County will come pick you up.
All right.
All right, good luck. Good afternoon, ma'am. Your name, please?
Jessica Graham.
Ms. Graham, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a, looks like a Duval County warrant
Oh, yes, sir.
for organized fraud. Bond has been set at $10,003. If you're able to, you can post the bond here in Orange County. Otherwise, they'll notify Duval County that you're here, and Duval County will have 72 hours to come pick you up. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
That's what I said. Some. You'd like to think there was something behind that. I don't know. All right. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Kayvon Mervelis.
Mr. Mervelis, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Polk County warrant for violation of probation with no bond. They'll notify Polk County that you're here. They'll come get you. Polk County, 72 hours. Polk County, 72 hours. Yeah. They'll come get you within 72 hours, okay?
Yes, sir.
Not including the weekend, so it'll be the middle of next week.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Good luck. I don't know. Well, I would think they would. Otherwise, you'd have a flood of people trying to get out. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
Stephen Rice, the third.
Thank you, Mr. Rice. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested on a Polk County warrant for failing to appear. Bond set at none. They're going to notify Polk County that you're here. Polk County's got 72 hours, not including the weekends, to come get you. Okay? Good luck. Good afternoon. Your name, please?
Alicia Shante Brand.
Okay. What happened to Jesse Weimer?
He's in the hospital, Your Honor.
Hospital. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Brent Bowman?
He's mental health, Your Honor.
Mental health. Thank you. All right, Ms. Brand, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant, violation of probation. Let's see. Let me make sure we got the right. That's an 18 CF 15186. And the bond is set at $1,000. I'm sorry. I apologize. I misspoke. It's $5,000. Yeah, it's a $5,000 bond. And you're also, it looks like, out on bond 19 CF 15904. I'll take no action on that. Okay, good luck. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name, please?
John Joseph Vetter.
What happened to Christopher Estrada?
He refused, Your Honor.
He refused. Okay.
I'll wait for the appearance, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Estrada, I'll appoint the public defender. I'll stay the bonds in 2020 MM 4287 at 500 on count one, 100 each on the second two counts. And I'll take no action on the out on bond. And what happened to Edwin Charles? I'm sorry, Charles Edwin Jackson.
He's mental health, Your Honor.
Okay. So, mental health, Mr. Jackson. And you're Mr. John Vetter. Mr. Vetter, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for disorderly conduct. It's a city ordinance violation. I'll ROR you if you want, or if you're interested in getting the case resolved with the state offer of time served. Okay. If you want to get it resolved and not worry about coming back to court, you can. It'd be adjudication of guilt and just credit for time served. That's yesterday and today. I reduced the cost to a judgment. That would resolve the case today if you want, or I'll ROR you.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, we could do time served. That's fine.
Okay. All right. To that city ordinance violation of disorderly conduct, how do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
I'll accept that. I'll adjudicate you guilty, give you credit for the 2 days you served in jail. I'll reduce the cost to a judgment. You've got 30 days to appeal.
Your Honor, can we switch that plea to no contest also?
So we get released?
Yeah. It'll be a no contest plea, and it's credit for time served, reduced cost to a judgment. You'll be released as to this. I don't have any indication anything else is holding you. So unless there's something else pops up, then you're done with this case.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, good luck.
Good time, sir.
Okay, I think that's everybody. Thank you for being patient. I'll bring donuts tomorrow. Make up for it. Okay. Okay. I'm signing off.
We're gonna have that first appearance. You're gonna get a bond if you don't have one. At least 4 of you are here, and usually somebody's gonna get a bond on the claim charge. About 4 of you are here on domestic violence charges, whether it's a misdemeanor or a felony. You're always arrested on no bond of a DV case. There's a cooling off period, but you are gonna get a bond.
Okay, I think maybe that did it. Are you able to hear me in Osceola? Just give me a thumbs up.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, see, okay. Yeah,
Judge,
I fixed it.
This is Peter Schmer. We're waiting for, I think, 3 more people if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, not a problem. Just motion when y'all are ready to get started.
Pardon me?
Just motion when you're ready to get started.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, RGR, I think we're good to go.
You're ready to go.
Okay.
You're right here if you need it.
Thank you.
I'm doing my spiel. Judge, we're ready in case you are ready also.
Okay, give us 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
there anybody for the state? Oh, I'm sorry.
And the PD for Osceola is
Yeah,
there, so they
that's
probably.
it, Peter Schmier. So the other one, they come in the back or talking to them, they're conferencing.
They probably haven't got here yet. Yeah, she should be signed.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Mr. Schmier, are we ready to get started in Osceola?
Yes, we are, Judge.
Okay. All right, folks, we're here for initial appearances in criminal matters. I'm going to call your name. If you could just approach the podium as your name is called.
Judge,
Christopher. Yes, go ahead, Mr. Schmier.
the CEOs are requesting that you take Angel Valino first.
Mr. Alino first, okay. All right. Mr. Alino, please approach the podium.
This is my lawyer. Sorry, my lawyer.
Not yet. No.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Angel Valino.
Mr. Valino, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for battery. It's domestic related. Let me get your card, excuse me. Tampering.
Sir, this is what happened.
Hold on, Mr. Hold on. Mr. Valino, understand today is not the trial. You have got the absolute right to remain silent.
Okay.
Understanding that, you probably shouldn't say anything. You may unwittingly hurt your cause. It looks like tampering and also resisting an officer without violence. Okay, and you're also currently out on, looks like pretrial release and or bond on a couple other misdemeanors. Okay. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does the Public Defender already represent you in the other cases?
Yes.
Okay, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this matter. All right. Mr. Schmier, you have a recommendation as far as bond and a recommendation regarding the out on bond issue.
Yes, Judge. I'm asking that you not revoke the bond on the other misdemeanor cases. Mr. Valino apparently is schizophrenic, so he doesn't need mental health treatment. On this particular arrest, I am also arguing lack of PC as to the resisting an officer without violence arrest. As to that arrest, he, based on the police report, was apparently arrested pursuant to a battery investigation because Mr. Valino refused to basically come outside the door to talk to the police. And when they tried to enter without a warrant to talk to him, he tried to barricade the door shut.
Sir.
He has, hold on, Mr. Valino.
Yes, sir.
He has no legal duty to talk to the police officers. So he is not resisting any lawful commands. Desiring Mr. Valino to speak to him and to them is appropriate, but he's not compelled to speak to the police. So for that reason, I'm asking that you find no probable cause on resisting without violence.
Okay. Does the state have a position?
Your Honor, because this is a battery domestic violence thing and the victim is not here to provide a statement, we would be asking for him not to be set at this point.
Okay. He's entitled to a bond. I'm going to set the bond on the battery at $1,000. On the tampering and the resisting, I'm going to set those bonds at ROR, and I'll take no action on the out on bond. Mr. Valino, I am going to order that you maintain a separate residence from the victim.
Yes, sir. I was willing to go to Naples to travel. I work every day, sir, from 6 a.m. to 12 a.m. Mattress firm. I've been working there for 3 years and 8 months. And I was told about my mom to go pick up my stuff, but I guess my stepfather decided to do it.
You have to live separately from the victim. If you have belongings,
I accept to live separately. I am ready.
Okay. Let me finish.
Yes, sir.
If you have personal belongings at the residence where the victim lives, you can return to that residence one time, but you have to go with law enforcement.
Yes, sir.
If you have somebody else that can go get your belongings, that's fine.
My mother will.
But I want you to have no. Well, let me finish. I want you to have no contact with George Concepcion.
Okay.
And that you not possess any weapons or firearms.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.
Christopher Aguero.
Judge, the CEOs are asking that the case be reset for tomorrow. He apparently is having some mental health issues. He's acting up.
Okay. All right. Very good. Reset for tomorrow. Jose Cintron Resto.
Jose Cintron Resto, sir.
All right. Good morning, sir. You're here for initial appearance. We're here on two cases. We've got a felony. Well, we've got two felonies. The first charge, we've got a resisting an officer without violence, a petty theft, and burglary of an occupied structure, an unoccupied structure. Second case, you've also been charged with fleeing or eluding. Give me one moment. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in these cases, sir?
Yes, sir.
It appears that you qualify for pretrial release. Does the state have a position on pretrial release? All right, I'm going to release you. Looks like you qualify. I'm going to release you on pretrial release on both cases. I am going to order that you not return to the scene. That's 95 East Lake Shore Boulevard in Kissimmee. And no contact with the victim. All right, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
I'll appoint the public defender in both cases. That's it. Denorial David.
Denorial David.
All right, Mr. David, you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for a battery. It's domestic related. This appears to be based on a warrant. State, do you happen to have a copy of a charging affidavit or an affidavit for a warrant?
No, Your Honor. I only have the documentation for the warrant, and that's all I have.
Okay. Do you have a copy of the warrant? The face of the warrant? All right, sir, are you asking for the appointment of the public defender in this matter?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. State, do you have a history? Is there somebody in Osceola? Is there a pretrial release in Osceola? Is there a representative? Okay. Mr. Schmier, do you have a position on bond?
Well, you're certainly entitled to one. It is a misdemeanor. I don't know the facts of the case. It is a warrant case, but I would ask that you give him a $1,000 bond since it is a misdemeanor.
State, you have a position on bond?
Your Honor, sorry, I couldn't hear what the defense was saying. Were they asking for a $2,000 bond?
$1,000 bond.
$1,000 bond. I think a look at his history in our system. It looks like it's 4 prior misdemeanors.
All right, I'll set the bond at $1,000. I am going to order that you have no contact with the victim in the case, maintain a separate residence. If you have to go to the residence to get personal belongings, you have to be escorted by law enforcement to go. Don't go alone. Don't have contact with the victim. All right, I'll appoint the public defender. Good luck, sir. Manuel Lopez.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery.
Yeah, I called 911 office.
Okay. Are you asking the Office of the Public Defender be appointed to represent you in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. Does the state have a position on bond?
Your Honor, this appears to be a battery domestic violence situation with a girlfriend that are living together. We would ask for no bond, no return, no contracts after residence.
Mr. Schmier, do you have a position on bond?
I'm having a very hard time hearing the state. Are they asking for no bond?
Yeah, he's entitled to a bond.
Right, exactly. That's what I was wondering. Well, and again, it's hard for me to hear what the state is saying, but I just would point out that this was an incident where the alleged domestic violence battery occurred 8 days before the police responded, and in that incident 8 days earlier, there was apparently some mutual combat going on because the alleged victim had an affidavit of prosecutorial summary in APS filed on her by the police. So it is, to some extent, a mutual combat situation. So with that in mind, I'm asking that a bond be set for $1,000.
Okay, I'll set the bond at $1,000. I am going to order that you have no contact with Glenda Fletcher, the victim, that you maintain a separate residence from her. If you have personal belongings where she's residing, you can go back with law enforcement escorting you to get the personal belongings, but you're not to go back there alone, not to have contact with her. I'll appoint the public defender, and the bond's at $1,000. All right? Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great day.
Sarah Mann.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am. Are you Sarah Mann?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for the charge of disorderly conduct or breach of the peace. Are you asking the court to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. The bond was previously set at $500, and I'll stay the bond at that amount.
There's no way I can get PTR?
You do not qualify for pretrial release. Okay? Good luck, ma'am.
All right.
Reese Scott.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested pursuant to a warrant for battery. It's domestic related. Are you asking me to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender. State, do you have any information on the case, or do you have a criminal history?
I do not have a crown on the case, but I do have a digital copy.
Yes, please.
He does have a battery
looks like there's a felony and a misdemeanor active, both are DV.
Mr. Shamir, do you have a position on bond?
I don't have any information on this gentleman's sketch. It is a misdemeanor, sir.
All right. I reviewed the affidavit for the warrant. Based on that, I'm going to set the bond at $500. I am going to order that you have no contact with the victim and that you maintain a separate residence from the victim. If you have personal belongings where the victim is residing, you can return there, but you have to be escorted by law enforcement. You're not to go back alone, and you're not to have contact with the victim.
Yes, sir.
I'll appoint the public defender, and the bond is set at $500.
Okay.
Okay, good luck. Milton Suarez. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Milton Suarez.
All right, Mr. Suarez, you're here for initial appearance. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case?
I'm trying to. I got
Well,
to get no lawyer.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. You've been arrested for a petty theft and resisting an officer without violence.
Yes,
The
sir.
bond on the petty theft is $500. On the resisting, I'm going to reduce the bond to $100. I am going to order that you not return to the Wawa gas station where you were arrested in this matter.
Yes, sir. What I did was.
Well, hold on. Before you say anything, you got the right to remain silent. The attorney standing next to you would tell you, now's not the time to say anything, but you have a bond, and I'm going to order as a condition of the bond that you not return to that Wawa gas station. Let just understand, if you go back there and they see you, they're going to call the officers. You're going to get rearrested, okay?
I ain't going back over there.
Okay, very good. All right, good luck, sir.
What you say?
500 and 100. 600 total. Good luck. This is out of order, maybe Angel Torres. Did Angel Torres bond?
He is here, Judge.
Oh, okay.
He also needs a Spanish interpreter.
The Spanish interpreter, okay. I understand the words that you're saying, but I don't understand. You're telling me I've got to add in the interpreter? Okay. Okay. Do we have more than just him for Spanish for Osceola? Okay. 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 I'm going to readdress Mr. Torres last. Just tell him to have a seat. I'll address him last. Gilbert Torres.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Gilbert Torres.
Mr. Torres, you're here for initial appearance. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to appoint the Public Defender to represent you. All right, you've been arrested on 3 charges. First is possession of a controlled substance. Appears to be Xanax. Second count or charge is trafficking in methamphetamine between 14 and 28 grams. And the third charge is possession of drug paraphernalia, misdemeanor. On the first count, I'm going to reduce the bond to $150. The second count, I'm going to stay at $50,000. The third count, I'm going to reduce to $100.
Judge, may I be heard on the issue of bond on the drug trafficking? And again, I'm not disputing the probable cause. It is a pretty low standard. But as to the bond amount on the trafficking and methamphetamine, this is a constructive possession case. Mr. Torres was the driver of the vehicle that was stopped. There was a passenger in the vehicle, so that the proof of knowledge might be a little bit hard for the state to prove. I'm only asking that you take that into account in setting the bond on the trafficking count.
State, do you wish to be heard regarding that?
He was asking for a reduction in bond, correct?
That's correct.
50,000.
Yes, that it's a constructive possession case, so the defense is asking that the bond be reduced from the standard bond of $50,000 to something else.
The state would object. You already determined that 50,000 would be appropriate.
Okay. Does he have any prior drug history? Does the person out of Osceola Pretrial Release have a drug history?
Yes, Your Honor. He has a drug history dating back to 1999. He has several charges which he was found guilty for drug possession, drug delivery, trafficking of methamphetamine. That was in around 2004.
All right. Okay. I'm going to stay the bond at $50,000 on count 2. I've appointed the Office of the Public Defender to represent you, Mr. Torres. And if between you and your attorney, if you want to seek a bond reduction, you can set a motion in front of the judge that gets to sign the case. Okay. All right. Good luck, sir. Radames Arzan. Good morning. Your name, please?
Radames Arson.
Radames Arzan. Okay, sir. You're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for burglary of an unoccupied vehicle and criminal mischief. Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case?
Yes.
All right, I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I'm going to stay the bond on the burglary count at $3,500. On count 2, I'll stay the bond at $100. All right. Good luck, sir. Ernest Sweeting. All right. Good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Ernest Sweet.
All right, Mr. Sweeting, you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for violation of a pretrial release condition on a domestic violence case. By having contact with the victim. Is the public defender currently representing you in the case?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm going to revoke the bond in that case, and I'll stay the bond at none. And you can contact your attorney and discuss whether it'd be appropriate to seek to get a bond back in the case. But currently, I'm going to revoke the bond based on victim contact after being ordered not to have contact. Good luck, sir.
Judge, on the new case, are you giving him a bond? I understand you're revoking the bond on the domestic violence battery, but on the PTR violation case?
I don't know. Well, let me ask the state. I think this is an on-view violation and not necessarily a new charge. Is that correct, state? Or is the state seeking potentially to charge it?
I believe this would be an additional charge.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I'll set the bond at $1,000 on this case. It'll be $1,000 on this case, but I'm going to revoke the bond on the other two cases. All right. Good luck, sir. So I think do my remaining cases, does everybody need an interpreter?
Just Mr. Torres, the CEO's judge just brought over Mr. Christopher Aguero. You had reset it for tomorrow, but they requested you to handle him next.
Okay. Aguero. No, it was one of the first ones that we called. They asked to reset. We have that paperwork. They brought it over. All right, Christopher Aguero.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're here for initial appearance. You were arrested for the offense of trespass after warning. Are you asking the court to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. The bond was previously set at $500.
I recant that. I request to be released on R&R, sir.
Judge, I should inform you that Mr. Aguero is to be Baker acted, so I am asking for an ROR on his behalf.
Okay. All right, here's what I'll do, sir. I'll go ahead and I'll ROR you with this condition. Do not return to that Wawa gas station where you got arrested. Understand that if you get out and you go back to that Wawa gas station, they're going to call law enforcement. You'll get arrested again, and don't expect to get out released on a bond. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll appoint the public defender, and I'll ROR you on the case. All right. Good luck. I've got a reset from, looks like yesterday, Roberto Fuentes Ruiz.
He is a private attorney. Here he is.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Michael Singh for Mr. Fuentes.
Okay, and are you Mr. Fuentes?
I'm Roberto Fuentes.
Okay, thank you. All right. So we're going to have the initial appearance. You were charged with a battery. Looks like Judge Morgan had set the bond at $500. with the following conditions. It looks like bond with conditions of pretrial release. Have no contact with the victim. Maintain a separate residence. You can return with law enforcement to get any personal belongings. Not to go back alone. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms. Was there anything else that we needed to discuss? Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's what. So I'm just telling you what Judge Morgan had done. Okay. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm sorry. I was made aware that you have a detainer by ICE.
Yes, there is one, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make you aware of that. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Josue Gonzalez. Is there a Josue Gonzalez?
I don't see a Gonzalez on the docket, Judge.
Okay. It says he was an add-on. No?
I don't have it on my list.
Okay. Yeah, there's a victim present. We don't see him on the docket or in custody. I've got paperwork for him.
The COs are gonna get him, Judge. Sorry? Right, that's what I said.
Yeah, somebody called us to say he's an add-on because there's a victim present.
Judge, while they're getting the last inmate, we have one more, Mr. Torres,
Yes, we can go ahead and we can address Mr. Torres.
Angel Torres.
And I need to. Do you believe he needs the Spanish interpreter?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see if I can do this without hanging up on everybody. Okay, we're going to see if this works. All right. Mr. Schmier, we have the interpreter on the line. Angel Torres.
Ángel Torres.
All right, good morning, sir. Your name, please?
Buenos días, señor. ¿Su nombre, por favor? Ángel Luis Torres.
Okay. Mr. Torres, you're here for initial appearance.
Usted está aquí para una comparecencia inicial, señor Torres.
You were arrested for the offense of driving under the influence.
Usted fue arrestado por manejar bajo los efectos de alcohol o droga.
Are you asking me to appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you in this case?
¿Desea que yo designe a la oficina de la Defensoría Pública para que lo represente legalmente en este caso?
Sí.
Yes.
I'll appoint the Office of the Public Defender.
Designaré a la oficina de la Defensoría Pública.
Your bond is set at $500.
Le otorgo $500 de fianza.
Judge,
Good luck, sir.
Judge, I am going to challenge probable cause of Mr. Torres' case for the simple reason, to summarize it briefly, the police responded in reference to a traffic crash, but if you read the arrest affidavit, there's no indication. First of all, let me just slow it down so the interpreter can interpret for me. I'll start over again. I'm going to challenge the probable cause on this case.
Voy a disputar la causa probable o el indicio de culpa en este caso.
No entiendo. Repíteme.
I don't understand. Could you please?
No oigo.
Okay, Judge, let me just cut this off. I was going to make a probable cause challenge on this case, but I was just
Voy a disputar este caso en cuanto al indicio de culpabilidad.
but I was just informed Mr. Torres already just bonded out. So,
Okay.
Pero el señor Torres ya pagó bajo fianza. ¿Cierto?
Okay. All right.
Está bien.
Good luck, sir.
Buena suerte, señor. Thank you. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Torres' case number, please.
We don't have a court case number. I can give you an agency number. It's Kissimmee Police Department, 20-4161.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, and I'm sorry, counsel, was there something else you needed to address?
Your Honor, there's evidently some issues with the pretrial release. Mr. Fuentes is being held, and he's got an ICE hold, and they're not. I guess he can't get out with the pretrial release. We need it to be removed.
Okay. Well, that's what Judge Morgan had ordered. So I think you're going to have to set a bond motion,
Okay.
or in front of the appropriate judge down there.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good luck. And
sorry,
did we
Your
have
Honor.
any? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Interpreter. We're all done. Thank you.
You're very welcome, Your Honor.
And did we have any luck on Josue Gonzalez? He's coming. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How you doing, Your Honor?
Good morning, sir. Are you Josue Gonzalez?
Josue Gonzalez, sir. Yes, sir.
Josue, I apologize.
It's all right.
So you're here for initial appearance. You've been arrested for a battery, domestic related. Okay, and we've got a victim here. And ma'am, do you need the interpreter? No. Okay, all right. And could we swear her in?
Please tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, shall be God. Please state your name for the record.
All right, ma'am. If I could ask you to step in front of the microphone, and because we're all connected digitally, it's difficult for everybody to hear what everybody's saying.
Okay.
So I just ask if you could just, you don't need to yell, but if you just speak loudly and into the microphone, I'd appreciate it. All right, ma'am. What's your relationship, Miss Rivera Cordero, to Mr. Gonzalez? Okay. All right. If he's released on bond, are you in fear of him?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you want to have contact with him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does the state have any questions for the witness? All right. So, based on the victim's statement, I'm going to order. I'm going to set a bond at $500. Order no hostile contact. It doesn't appear he qualifies for pretrial release. Okay. Are you asking me to appoint the public defender in this case, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank
sir.
you, ma'am. Josue. Oh.
You gotta tell me which one, because I pushed the wrong one. There's,
Thank you.
I think we're finished.
I think that's.
Judge. Thank you.
I think we are.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a